I'm live. Okay, so I told you on Instagram and Facebook that I was going to go live today because I'm on the road to Chicago for a very important event. And this is something that has been in the works for quite a while. And I've been keeping it quiet because, well, we wanted to make sure that everything worked out. But I'm going to Chicago to actually open an Alpaca store. And this last holiday season, my mother did a pop-up shop in Chicago in her neighborhood. It's on the north side of the city and in an area in which alpaca products would do really well. And it was kind of an experiment, but the results were really, really good. So we were looking for options of having a more permanent presence or something more often rather than just at Christmas time. And so what ended up happening was there's this place down the street from where my mom had the pop-up shop, just a couple of blocks. And I'm not quite sure how to describe it, but it's kind of like a micro mall where it's like a storefront building that has two levels, and they've split up each level into these little shops. And I mean little shops. The space that I got is a 4x8, meaning 4 feet deep and 8 feet wide. And I think the walls are 8 feet tall. I don't remember. I'll have to measure that. But that gives you kind of an idea of the size of this little shop. But the whole idea for this place, it's called the Andersonville Galleria. And you can go look it up. There's pictures that you can see. I think the address is 5247 North Clark Street. I'm sure about the 52 and the Clark Street, but I'm not sure about the last two digits of the address. But if you look up Andersonville Galleria online, then you're going to find a lot of information. But this place is meant to help small businesses start. Because in places like Chicago, and especially the neighborhood that this is in, it is very costly to start a business. I mean, rents are outrageous, and all the little fees and bills that come along with starting a business, for a lot of people, it's just not realistic. And so this place is set up to where you can have a small space, which they staff, and that's one reason that's working out really good for me because I don't have to be there. I don't have to hire anyone to be there. My mom's gonna just like help maintain the inventory and keep things looking nice since I'm 700 miles away and she's in the neighborhood, so she's gonna help out with that. But oh yeah, so the purpose of the Anderson Galleria, and so the idea is just to give small businesses a place to start. There is a rental fee, of course, and they do take a commission off of all of the sales. But the way I think of the commission is it's like paying staff. They're paying people to work my shop for me. So all that, of course, is factored in. But this is a way in which a small business just can get started, can build revenue, can build inventory and a customer base, and then be able to move into a larger space. And that's what we are using it for. So that's what I'm doing this weekend. Our contract started yesterday, February 1st, and I'm going to set up my little shop. So I'm going to, of course, film various things, hopefully as much as I can. Maybe another YouTube live. We'll see. There are filming restrictions in this building. I can only film my own little shop, which totally makes sense. So I need to be careful not to get other people's shops, which might be a little hard to do. So I don't know if the live thing would work because I don't want to risk that, but I'll film and put something together to show you next week. But if you are in the Chicago area, feel free to stop on by. I will be there Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I can't really tell you the hours, but those are the days that I've set aside to actually work to put this together. And on Monday, I also have a meeting with the neighborhood Chamber of Commerce to work on some events, some fiber arts events. So I'll let you know about that once that is done. So if you're in the Chicago area, stop on by. Make sure to get on my mailing list so that you know what's going on with this shop and events that I'll be doing in the future that you can come to. What else? Oh, the mailing list, go to butterfieldalpacaranch.com, and then there's a place there for you to get on the mailing list. Oh, I guess the only other thing I was going to say was this is only announcement number 1. I have something else that has been in the works too that's going to be happening in Nebraska that if you own alpacas, you especially will be interested in. And the details of that took a while to come together. I had to coordinate it with 4 other people, but next week when I get back to Nebraska, I will let you in on all of that because it's super, super exciting. So 2018 is shaping up to be a really good year. All right. Now, there's some of you who are on live right now. If you have any questions for me, go ahead and type them in. I'll be on for just a little bit longer before I get back on the road. I'm somewhere in Iowa. I'm east of Des Moines, somewhere. So I'm over halfway there. This is actually the first time I've driven to Chicago by myself the whole way. When I've done it by myself, it's been quite a while since I've done that, but like I stayed the night somewhere because I couldn't do the whole trip. Without stops, it's about 10 hours, but of course you have to stop to gas up and different things. So it can take up to like 12 usually. And yeah, so this is the first time I'm doing it all by myself. I went to Chicago for Thanksgiving, but I drove out with a friend, and even though I did most of the driving, the hours that he did drive gave me enough break that I could do it really well. So I'm just kind of taking my time. You can tell it's dark out, and I'm at a rest area. So I just wanted to hop on here and tell you what was going on because I told you I would. And if you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you need to, because then you'll know when I'm going to be doing stuff like this and what's going on this weekend. And if you haven't already, that information is going to be on any of my videos down in the description box. All of my social links are there. So when I have a chance, I'll add it to this video too. Alright, thanks for joining me today. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!